Sunflower State, the site of our class today, and it is poetic that today's game carries that moniker as the matchup between these two schools is better known as the Sunflower Showdown. Glad to have you with us in Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas, home to the Jayhawks. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Jayhawks will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So Kansas State's offense will take the first swing of the game. Last time these two got together, Kansas got to wave the weed in jubilation and took the Sunflower Showdown in a classic.
That was big for them on the field, and David, it was big for them off the field too, because these two programs oftentimes are trying to recruit the same players in high school and through the portal. So Kansas winning that one was massive. We'll see what happens today.
And a lot of rock, chalk, Jayhawk. The Jayhawk fans were jacked up to win this rivalry. They're usually the underdog. They don't win it as much as the other side. So last year was a big statement for the Kansas Jayhawks.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Oh, what a cut! And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Caught behind the line. It's Witherspoon. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. They've got the screen set up. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Kansas State will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Jayhawks offense will get the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Kansas and K-State have been battling for well over a century, many times sort of on the fringes of the spotlight, if not completely out of it in college football. But, man, when they grab center stage, you realize just how intense it is.
It's intense. It's a fun rivalry. But here's the thing. Kansas State has really dominated this rivalry. The Jayhawks, they got to fix that. They got to get that rectified, Palmer, because the Wildcats, year after year, they're continuing to find ways to win this matchup.
And these are two great fan bases for years. And we've loved our time whenever we visit Lawrence or you visit Manhattan. The nicest fans, but they're passionate fans as well, especially when they meet up in this rivalry game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Motion from the back. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Baldry. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Caught over the middle. It's Turner. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
And the Jayhawks will have it first and 10. Give to the running back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quarterback on the keeper. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Jayhawks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on second down. Oh, it makes the grab. Oh, couldn't get the foot down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Acho. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, routing to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese. 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll run play action. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Dickey. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Wants to throw on 3rd. He's got him. That ought to be enough to give Kansas State the 1st down.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the 1st.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Witherspoon. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. The Wildcats are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Dickey. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And look, I know they don't have a big explosive play on this drive, but you gotta love the way the quarterback is making good decisions. He's reading coverage. The ball is going where it needs to go, and as a result, this offense is piling up 1st downs.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the 1st down. They'll try it over the left side.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. This quarterback part of their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the DB right with him to knock it away. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Kansas offense returns to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently. and getting stopped on fourth downs. You're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Back to pass on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Washington. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Miles. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup for the defense. Cuts him down. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. The snap sets up the throw. Grab near the marker. It's Miles. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Caught in the backfield, it's Acho. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Back swinging for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Pocket breaking down. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, so much to break down, from a spirited start to the Sunflower Showdown between Kansas and K-State. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. Whether it's Rock Chalk or EMAW, these two always deliver. As compelling an in-state rivalry as there is.
Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something going.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up.
There he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Caught near the sticks. It's Miles. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Turner. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Jayhawks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quarterback keeper. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Baldridge. Touchdown, Rock Chop! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Well, it's been a defensive war this entire game, and you're wondering who can break through. Give this offense a lot of credit. It has not been easy, but they've been physical. They did a really nice job, I think, with play calling there and setting things up. And finally, someone is able to get on the board.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Give to the back. Got enough for the first down. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First and 10. Gives it on the option. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. Now the play fake. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Just a short pass to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the returner is stopped. The Kansas offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Jayhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Turner. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Turner. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
That makes the score Kansas 14, Kansas State.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Going downfield for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Penn State is getting taken to the cleaners today. We're talking heavy starch on a hanger, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. They're trailing by 21 to Michigan State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. With the catch, it's Washington. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st down from the 28. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Acho. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
The Jayhawks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matter with these...
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Jayhawks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got it! That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Jayhawks have it in scoring position, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The Wildcats want to crank the tempo.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. And in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Looking for that first down on third and short from the 28. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Using his legs, it's Acho. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's going for the goal line. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
So Kansas fought and clawed and scratched its way to victory in the Sunflower Showdown, and they'll have the Governor's Cup and bragging rights after beating K-State. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.